Some events are too strange to ignore and too dangerous to fully understand. Welcome back to the Unknown Archive. Today, we venture into the desolate wilderness of Siberia, to a place where, in the summer of 1908, the sky itself fell to the earth. This is the story of the Tunguska Event, a mystery that shook the world and still refuses to be explained. It was the morning of June 30th, 1908. Deep in the remote forests near the Podkamenia Tunguska River, something unimaginable happened. A blinding flash lit up the sky. Seconds later, a shockwave ripped through the forest. The explosion flattened more than 80 million trees across an area over 2,000 square kilometers. Witnesses up to 600 kilometers away reported seeing a pillar of fire rising into the sky, followed by a thunderous sound that shook the ground. In Siberia, reindeer herders were thrown from their feet. Houses crumbled. Windows shattered as far away as Europe. The force of the blast was later estimated to be between 10 and 15 megatons, roughly 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. And yet, no crater was ever found. Scientists wouldn't reach the site until almost 2 decades later. When they did, they found a scorched, desolate landscape. Millions of trees knocked down in a radial pattern, as if something had detonated above the ground. But there were no impact fragments, no meteorite, no obvious cause, just devastation. The official explanation? A comet or asteroid exploded in the atmosphere before hitting the ground, a phenomenon known as an airburst. A chunk of cosmic debris vaporized before impact. Convenient, but not complete. You see, fragments of meteoritic material have never been conclusively found at Tunguska, and the level of radiation at the site is unusual. Some trees exhibit mutations that hint at exposure to an unknown energy. And then there's the eyewitness accounts. Some spoke of a cylindrical object streaking across the sky, others of an intelligent maneuver, a sudden change in trajectory before the explosion. Was it just a comet or something else? Enter the theories, the ones they don't teach in school. Theory 1. A nuclear-powered alien spacecraft suffered a catastrophic failure and exploded mid-air. The forest was flattened not by a natural object, but by the death throes of an extraterrestrial ship. Witnesses reported strange phenomena. Blinding lights, a column of blue fire tearing through the sky, and an eerie silence before the shockwave hit. Could this have been an interstellar vessel, its engines malfunctioning, disintegrating violently above the Earth's surface? Theory 2. A mini black hole passed through the Earth. According to fringe astrophysics, a primordial black hole, no larger than an atom but with the mass of a mountain, could theoretically punch through a planet, causing catastrophic localized effects without leaving an impact crater. The Tunguska explosion fits this bizarre pattern. No physical remains, no crater, just pure devastation, as if reality itself had been punctured for a brief, terrifying moment. Theory 3. Nikola Tesla. In his laboratory in Colorado Springs, Tesla was experimenting with wireless energy transmission on an unprecedented scale. According to some accounts, he was attempting to send power across the globe to a receiving tower near the Arctic Circle. He allegedly chose a remote Siberian target to avoid collateral damage. But something went wrong. The energy beam intensified uncontrollably, triggering a massive atmospheric explosion, a technological accident decades ahead of its time. Tesla himself, later in life, hinted cryptically that his inventions could split the Earth like an apple. And then there's theory 4, an ancient weapon. This is where things get truly strange. Some researchers suggest that the Tunguska explosion wasn't random at all. Instead, it could have been the malfunction or activation of a dormant piece of advanced technology, possibly extraterrestrial, possibly remnants of a long-lost human civilization. Legends from Siberian tribes speak of the Valley of Death, a mysterious region filled with strange metallic domes and tales of fire from the sky. Could there be a planetary defense system, ancient and forgotten, hidden beneath the permafrost which misfired in 1908? A weapon designed to defend the planet from cosmic threats, or to enforce silence upon a reckless humanity? Official expeditions to Tunguska have found little of substance. No impact crater, No meteorite fragments, no clear cause, but unofficial accounts? They tell a very different story. There are persistent rumors of strange metallic fragments recovered under secret expeditions, fragments that defied classification, whispers of underground anomalies, magnetic distortions, unusual radiation pockets, and even caverns lined with unknown alloys. Some claim the Soviet government classified its findings, burying the true nature of Tunguska under decades of disinformation campaigns. Consider the timing. In the early 20th century, humanity was on the brink of world wars, technological revolutions, and new weapons of mass destruction. If an ancient defense mechanism recognized the potential danger, could it have attempted a warning shot? And think about this. Tunguska was remote, isolated, sparsely populated. But what if it hadn't been? What if that explosion had occurred over London, Paris, New York? Millions would have perished instantly. Cities reduced to ash in seconds. Was it pure luck, divine intervention, or a calculated move to avoid unnecessary casualties while still sending a message? Even today, over a century later, Tunguska remains a silent enigma. The landscape bears scars hidden under regrown forests. The soil remembers, even if the surface appears healed. And the sky above? Still eerily quiet, as if holding its breath. The Tunguska Event challenges our assumptions about cosmic safety. It reminds us that, in the darkness beyond our understanding, forces exist, some natural, some perhaps not, that could alter everything in an instant. Was it a random meteorite? A malfunctioning spacecraft? An ancient warning system awakening after eons of slumber? Or perhaps, it was all of them, interwoven, layered parts of a larger, hidden truth humanity is not yet ready to face. One thing is certain, the Tunguska Event isn't merely a historical anomaly. It's a crack in the facade, a faint, chilling whisper from the universe itself, telling us that out there, in the vast unknown, anything is possible, and that sometimes the unknown comes knocking. Thanks for watching The Unknown Archive. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and remember, some mysteries don't want to be solved. They want to be respected.